What's going on, guys? In this video we're going to be going over guys I think need to be making a WWE return here in 2016. Now we're going to go over top 5 guys on my list. We're going to go over each one of them. First guy on the list at number 5 is MVP. He was booked as WWE's highest paid free agent back in 2006 on SmackDown. He had plenty of big rivalries in the WWE versus the likes of Kane, Matt Hardy, Chris Benoit. He had many more rivalries. He was, one of the better heels SmackDown had during his time. It was rumored that MVP was signing back with WWE, but upon being asked on Twitter, he emphatically denies it, even happening ever, which leads you to believe it might not actually be happening, even though there's a lot of rumors saying him and Shelton Benjamin were tied together in a WWE return. Of course, we've seen Benjamin was starting to make a return before the injury, but MVP has still blatantly denied his return to WWE. Coming in at number 4 on the list is Kurt Angle. Angle has been part of the TNA roster for quite a long time, but he's getting up there in age nonetheless. But he made it known he would like one last stint with WWE before he retired. So, the only question would be, is WWE willing to go ahead and go out and sign him sometime and give him some sort of, big role in WWE for one last stint? Coming in at number 3 is Bobby Lashley. Who can forget the big matches WWE Bobby Lashley were tied together with in his stint with WWE? The biggest one, arguably, was the one with Vince McMahon, which, ignited with the Battle of the Billionaires back at WrestleMania 23, which was Umaga versus Bobby Lashley, Trump v. McMahon. For, obviously, the battle of the match ended up with the loser having to shave their head bald. And obviously, Lashley won that match, which resulted in a Vince McMahon bald head. Currently, Lashley signed with TNA, so the contract would have to obviously end for him to be able to be talking negotiations with WWE. But as of right now, there really isn't any rumor or anything about Lashley coming back to WWE. He's with TNA right now, so both sides might be too far apart for this to happen. Coming in at number 2 is CM Punk. Yes, he left WWE with a bang. They gave him the ability to go out there and say pretty much whatever he wanted to say, and he did just that. Now he's pursuing a career in UFC, which leaves his chances of returning to WWE very unlikely anytime soon. But maybe we could see him, down the road, years from now. Hopefully, if he's, pursued that dream of UFC and gotten to a point where he's like, I'd like one last chance with WWE, as he was one of WWE's more charismatic superstars in the past decade. Coming in at number 1, speaking of charismatic, is Jeff Hardy. Hardy is one of the most exciting guys to watch in the ring. He was not afraid to take risks from anywhere. That includes him jumping from the rafters on a Monday Night Raw. Now he is with TNA, though. After being released from WWE for failing numerous drug tests, if cooler heads could prevail, I'm sure Vince would love to make a name out of good old Jeff Hardy again in WWE, because we know with a name like Jeff Hardy, Vince would love to give him a chance. He is obviously one of the most popular superstars in wrestling today. So it'd be interesting to see if they could somehow manage to get a contract settled between these two, because we would all love to see Jeff Hardy come back to the WWE ring. So this sums up my 5 guys I think need a return. I'd love to hear what you think. Who do you guys think should return? I'd like to see your top 5 list. Please let me know below. As always, guys, I hope you liked the video, and thanks for watching.